So somebody commented on one of my recent videos saying that I was balding. Really, it was just this hair wall that I have, and they're super common. So whorls are essentially hair swirls that grow in a circular pattern. From my hair whorl, which is on the right, my hair all grows right to left. You can see it. Right to left. Right to left. I actually have a lot of little quirks like this. In line with my hair whorl, I've actually got a cowlick here at the front, where again, separation of my hair directional growth. Here it grows this way, here it grows this way, and right in the middle of the cowlick, it just grows up. These directional growth patterns really dictate how your hair sits. If you work with them, it makes styling your hair super easy, but if you work against them, it makes it a living nightmare. All of this directional growth means that I get quite a lot of texture and movement without much effort, but if I style against the growth, especially this cowlick at the front or this hair whorl, my hair has a mind of its own and it just won't sit right. To add to the double-edged sword that is my hair directional growth, I've also got my hair thickness and texture. If you look closely, the individual strands aren't actually that thick, but as a whole, I have quite a lot of hair. My hair density is really high, so that means it looks like I have quite thick hair. I have pretty intense lights shining on my head right now, so you can kind of see my scalp, but actually I have dark brown hair, and so that means you can really rarely see my scalp, especially when my hair is a bit longer. Also, at this length you can't really tell, but my hair is actually very wavy, probably like 2B or even 2C. You can really tell when I grow my hair out longer, especially when I had really long hair. I had like proper waves, and a lot of you probably also have really wavy hair and you don't even realize this. It's just because you haven't grown your hair long enough. Waves and curls really do need a little bit of length to show, because at this length, it looks like I have straight hair. When looking at my head shape though, you can see that I have a slight slope. This is also very common, but highlights the importance of a good haircut. Usually when my hair's a bit longer, I keep my fringe a little bit longer than the back of my head to balance out my head shape. A skilled barber will know how to adjust a cut to fit your individual head shape, but if you happen to go to a bad barber, or if your barber just cuts it wrong, you're likely gonna be left with like an awkward shape. I used to have like a mountain on my hair all the time because the barber I used to go to when I was growing up didn't really have the skills or the knowledge to deal with a head shape, so he used to like just cut it in a way that it looked like I had a mountain sitting here. Lastly, arguably my best feature, the one I'm definitely luckiest to have, is my hairline. I'm likely a Norwood 1, which is blessed, by the way. It basically means that I pretty much have no to very little amount of receding in my hairline, and I would say that this is the main thing that gives me all the flexibility of trying so many different styles. And the reason for this is because my hairline kind of just frames my face in a way. It doesn't really matter what style I go for, it just kind of always sits okay. But it's actually very important for you to work with your hairline the same way I have to work with my directional growth. Don't fight against your hairline. It's just not gonna sit right if you try and pull off a hairstyle that your hairline doesn't allow for. So it's worth picking something that your hairline can pull off. But even though I do have a lot of flexibility with my hair, and you've seen so many different hairstyles on my pages over the years, I can't pull everything off easily. I'll give you a good example. The straight slick back is just a hairstyle that does not work well with my hair. A slick back is really tough because, as you can imagine, if I've got so much directional growth this way and I'm trying to push my hair this way, what do you think is likely to happen? It's just gonna go up. I've tried it in the past. It just ends up looking like it has too much volume. And to be honest, I end up having to use way too many products, and it kind of gives that kind of overly greasy look, which some people like. On myself, I don't really like it. The slick back just doesn't work with the strengths of my hair. It actually works against the weaknesses. I would rather go for something a bit more like a 3/4 part where this side goes like this and this side goes like this. That works better with my hair, seeing as I've got all that directional growth. If you have straight hair, it might be better suited for you, as your hair probably listens to you a bit better and sits back. At this length, you know, a 2-week-old buzz cut, it's pretty easy for me to see quite a lot of these features, maybe not so much the curls. If I'd have one takeaway from this video, it's go sit in front of your mirror and just try and like understand your hair so that you can learn how to have the best hairstyles for you. Hopefully this was useful.